I decided that as I'm really short, I need some platform shoes. Given that Ironman recently came out to clarify that we can actually run in whatever we want, I thought it was worth trying the Adidas Prime X, which previously we thought were illegal because they've got a 55mm stack. But now, yeah, said we can run in them, so I thought I'd try them. I was a bit dubious about whether I would like them, given that actually I really fell out of love with the Nike Alpha Flies and the Next Percents because I found them just a bit unstable. So I was a bit worried that these would feel similar because obviously the stack's so high. And as someone who has a bit of a history of ankle issues, didn't want to be like adding extra risk to injuring myself. But yeah, I gave them a little spin out today. I had a little session to do. So I actually warmed up just my normal trainers and then put them on for my 15 minutes of tempo. So I was just running down the canal, so it's like nice even surface. And yeah, they felt really good. Like they're super springy, but they don't feel, I didn't really feel unstable in them. They just felt like nice, and they also still feel firm enough. You get the spring and the bounce, but it still feels like you get that kind of feedback off the ground, which is one of the things I really liked about the Asics, that they feel like they're like proper push off the ground. So yeah, like actually really nice to run in. And I think on any course that's concrete, roady, not too twisty, like I wouldn't want to run in them with loads of corners or dead turns because I would definitely be probably falling over. But yeah, I think on anything kind of straight, not too many corners or anything, and like nice flat surface, they should be really good. So yeah, I think for Israel they'll be pretty decent. So they fit really nicely actually. So I've got really wide feet, so some trainers don't fit that well, but these have got a really, the way the tongue sits, it gives like extra space. So actually I think with elastic laces they'll be really easy to get on and off. And like I might just put a little loop on the back because that's the only thing they don't have, but even so, like they feel roomy enough that you'd be able to kind of get them on and off. So yeah, I think in terms of transitions, they're like no harder than any other shoe to get on and off. Same price point as most of the super speedy shoes now. But they feel, and again, it'll be interesting to kind of test them out, they feel slightly more resilient from obviously I've done one run of them, so take that with a pinch of salt. Wait until I've done a few runs and I'll give you a proper view. But I think some shoes you can tell straight away that you know they're not going to last very long. Whereas I don't know whether it's because their foam is slightly different, they actually feel like they might last a bit better. But as I said, I'll see. I'll come back in like a month and see how they're doing. I'd say difficult to do a proper speed comparison because I feel like I'm coming back to fitness from kind of dipping a bit post-Kona with like travel and a bit of illness. I don't feel like super fit. But I think compared to what I've done previously on like 15-minute blocks outside in shoes, from how it felt, legs felt really good for probably going a little bit faster. Speed-wise, from first impression, I think they feel a little bit faster, especially for that kind of speed. It's more like the efficiency. It feels like easier to run and keep at that pace. As opposed to, like, I think in the Asics, I've sometimes felt like they feel really fast, but I also feel like I'm working quite hard for it. So I'd say they probably feel a little bit more like the Nikes in that sense, like you kind of get the bounce, but then I feel a bit more stable in them. I need to do a bit more runs to properly compare. But yeah, so far I think they feel the fastest of any shoe I've run in. Yeah, it's actually felt absolutely fine on the calves and Achilles, which is interesting with that drop, because I've previously gone to like less of a drop in the Asics to kind of protect my calves a bit. But saying that, I think if I'm only using them for racing, it's not a big deal. Whereas before I was using the Asics in quite a few of my like hard speed sessions. So it was more important that like I wasn't overstressing the calves. But yeah, I think like as a like one-off run felt absolutely fine.